Assalamu alaikum. Last lesson we talked about frequency and wavelength. Now we'll get to the meaning of electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave means that vibrating electric and magnetic field together but perpendicularly. If you look at this figure here, it shows us how electric and magnetic field can oscillate together. Here we have electric field and here we have the magnetic field. Oscillating means vibrating or moving or cutting a distance. So oscillating of electric and magnetic field together in the same region, it's called as electromagnetic wave. So electromagnetic wave is combination of electric field and magnetic field. Here we have a question about the electromagnetic spectrum. It says, which of the following waves has the highest frequency? We said, so it means it has more crests and trough together. We have choices here: radio waves, ultraviolet waves, blue color wave, and infrared wave. The answer will be ultraviolet wave because it has high frequency. It means it has low wavelength, because always wavelength and frequency are opposite to each other. Another question says, which one of the electromagnetic waves has first highest frequency, second one longest wavelength? We can determine that by looking at their scale in the electromagnetic spectrum. So the highest frequency in electromagnetic spectrum is gamma ray, which is at the end of the electromagnetic spectrum. The longest wavelength, it is a radio wave, which is the first wave of electromagnetic wave. So radio waves has the longest wavelength but shortest frequency. Gamma rays has highest frequency but shortest wavelength. So from here we can say that wavelength and frequency are opposite to each other. Here we have the definition of wavelength and frequency. The frequency, the sign of frequency is F, and it says it's the number of vibrations in 1 second. It's measured in hertz. So it's named after the name of the scientist who discovered it, who found the frequency, hertz. Or it has another unit, 1/second or second inverse. How did we get that unit, second inverse? Because of this rule. This rule says frequency is equal to 1/time or period. 1/time or period, because here we have period or time, it's measured in second. That's why we'll get two units for frequency. First one is hertz, second one is 1/second or second inverse. According to the wavelength, here we have a new sign. This sign is called as lambda. Lambda is a Greek word. We are using a sign of wavelength here. It says is the distance that a wavelength travels in period of time, and it's measured in meters. So it's actually the distance of a wave. And we said in the figure we showed before, wavelength is the distance between two crests or two troughs. Another definition here we have is the wave speed. Wave speed is signed in C here. The sign of wave says C. It says wavelength traveled in a period of time, and it's measured in meter per second. Measured in meter per second. If you combine those three variables, we will get a rule here. It says wave speed equation. For this, we can say C is equal to F times lambda. Speed, wave speed, or speed of light, is equal to frequency times wavelength. The unit of